there is another semi-final going on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Chelsea against Crystal Palace. I mean, this is Thomas Tuchel's last chance of silverware, Nick. Obviously, they go into this disappointed after losing to Real Madrid over 2 legs, but a great performance away at the Bernabeu just didn't quite happen for them over the 2 legs. A couple of key mistakes cost them dear. Do you think that will give them extra motivation to not want to have that feeling again? Or it's difficult, right, in terms of Chelsea? How motivated will this group of players that won the Champions League last season and know that they're going to finish in the top 4, how motivated will they be to go to the extra mile to get to the FA Cup final? There's a lot expected of them, right? Against Crystal Palace, everyone expects them to turn up and win this game. But after the grueling last few weeks they've had with the Champions League and Premier League, it's not going to be easy, is it, against Palace?
When we talk about the young-ish managers in the league, or at least the unfamiliar faces, I think it's easy to get lost in the shuffle. And I almost want to lean on Andy for this because I know he watches MLS a little bit closer than me, at least 5 years ago. Patrick Vieira has impressed me at every stop he's been at. The only real mistake I can think of is that he gave up on St. Maximin, and I'm happy about that because he went to Newcastle. So the Conor Gallagher thing, it seems funny to say this against Chelsea, doesn't it? That one player is going to stop a team from reaching its potential against another. But I just think that was an X factor for them. That was never really going to happen, but at least, they tried to will it happen. They tried to make Fetch happen. They tried to make Conor Gallagher happen. I really think that there's just nothing there over the course of 90 minutes. This Chelsea team has looked angry since the Real Madrid game. You could argue they looked angry after the Brentford game because of the way that maybe they just didn't get what they wanted out of it. And honestly, I'm waiting for them to be the team that shows up and ruins somebody triple, quadruple plans. You guys are messing me up with these levels of words, but I just don't think it's happening. Mateta is dangerous and Zaha is dangerous, and they can hit on the counter. And I like Palace, but I like almost everything about Crystal Palace, guys. I think we don't talk about them really enough because they've kind of been just sitting around here all year. But if there's a team that might spend next year and be a surprise package last year, I'm already circling them. So I think Chelsea wins because Palace can't have what it would like to have on the field. And it is what it is.
Yeah, Conor Gallagher is going to be a huge miss, obviously on loan from Chelsea. Palace put in the request. Can he play? These are the kind of experiences you'd want him to get in a loan season. Nice try, Vieira and Palace.
Yeah, it was a nice try.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if he scored the last-minute winner for Palace.
What an experience! Thank you!
People would be delighted with that, I'm sure. But, I think it will be tighter than we all think, purely the fact that Chelsea are coming back from Madrid, demoralising defeat in extra time, the way it all ended for them. And Tuchel, he's done a really good job, I think, of motivating the team against Southampton. We saw them blow them away in the Premier League, and that is a hungry group of players, and he has so many options. Palace, Zaha, he's done well against Chelsea in some seasons. I mean, I find it tough to make a case for Palace as well, but you just never know. Occasion, nothing to lose. Potential, final where they again will be the underdogs, and who knows what would happen. And they have European football if they win the FA Cup, which again don't underestimate how much that. And Vieira as a one-off game, the way he motivates, and you mentioned there, Nick, how many great teams he's built now at New York City FC and obviously at Nice, and then is the great work he did with Man City's youth teams. Can't really forget that as well, where he had his grounding as a coach. And I haven't spoken to him and met him many times over the years. He is just someone that you want to spend time with and chat with. And if you're a player, he is, again, it's a cliche, he is a player's coach. His players will run through a brick wall for him. And you've seen that all season long. Yes, they might be lacking experience, but I think if they can keep it tight, then they do have enough game changers there, the likes of Zaha, Mateta, even Elise, and obviously Ayew, and players like that in the final third who can cause problems. But I think all signs are pointing towards a Chelsea against Liverpool final right now, it would seem. But let's wait and see. It's going to be an epic FA Cup semi-final weekend. Both games from Wembley. We'll have live analysis, reaction, recaps, and much more on both FA Cup semi-finals. Liverpool against Man City, Chelsea against Crystal Palace. It's going to be 2 great and very different games, gents. I'm really looking forward to that this weekend.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.